the part one of Crazy Stupid Love movie review. This movie's on Netflix, so I finally got a chance to watch it. I had seen, some clips of it, but I finally watched the whole thing, and it's a pretty good movie. Ryan Gosling makes great movies. A lot of them are realistic, but this one was more on a seemingly realistic plot or script, but I want to get into the nuance of it, get into the minutia because though there is realistic tropes in it, they skew reality and it could really change the narrative for a lot of blue pillars or people who are more naive with women's hypergamous nature or true intentions of women. So a lot of the writing in this movie was realistic for a second, and then because of Hollywood and because of trying to be entertaining, they switch it up. One key moment in this movie is there's there's various characters and they're all, it's almost like they're chasing, it's like a game of musical chairs where they're all chasing people they can't get, and the main character is Ben, or not Ben Stiller, Steve Carell, and the movie starts out with him getting divorced. They're like at a dinner, and his wife blurts out she wants a divorce, and he gets upset, but he doesn't walk away, which is what you should do, right? He sits in the car like moping, and he's moping and moping, and eventually Ryan Gosling's character sees him at a bar. He's like, you're just draining the energy at this bar, being depressed because your wife wants a hotter guy. Oh, and I forgot to mention, she tells him when she's divorcing him that she had slept with a coworker, and that he was moping and all that. But anyways, Ryan Gosling says, "I can help you out. I could make you a man again, make you in touch to what you lost." And he takes him under his wing and he shows him. First they go shopping, and then he shows him, well, you're gonna do this, and then it starts working, and then this is where I start to notice things that are unrealistic because he starts just becoming that dude, and he walks in the bar eventually a few scenes later, and he's that dude, and women are throwing him choosing signal, and that's possible. You could do self-improvement and whatnot, but then he runs into an older lady, and she's seemingly interested, and then he starts following Ryan Gosling's advice to a T, and then it comes off weird, and then he says, the woman starts walking away because she's weirded out, and then he says, sorry, I'm sorry, I'm actually a divorced dad, and blah blah blah, and all this beta stuff comes out, and she's like, oh my god, that was so hot, let's go fuck now. And I'm like, that's so unrealistic. It would be, this is where I really psychoanalyzed it, and I was like, well, a woman who's hit the wall, honesty would somewhat be, that is true, honesty would somewhat be attractive, because at that point they want commitment, right? Oh, they didn't want honesty when they're hot and young, but anyway, they're older now and they want commitment. So it is true that some women would be older and they want the complete rundown of that prospected man's life, and they'll say, oh, that's what I want to hear. I want honesty and the commitment, and I want the white picket fence and the dog and the kid and blah blah blah. And then she takes him home, and they're like all over each other, touching, and then she's like, oh my god, this is so hot, tell me honest things, that gets me so wet. Like, that's so fake. But anyways, yeah, that was like a writing paradox or writing fallacy that I kind of laughed at, because that's not real. Women don't get turned on by saying, I have 2 kids and I still love my wife and blah blah. They don't, that's, you don't gotta be too red pill to know. You don't gotta like blurt out all that stuff on the first date. So then another big writing flaw that was not realistic was this. Emma Stone is like this, another whole other plot line in the movie. she's trying to get, she's more mature, so she's trying to get a relationship from her boyfriend at the time, and her and her friend suspect that he's gonna propose at this big event towards the end of the movie, and he says, "No, I just was gonna offer you a job," and then she's like disappointed, and this is actually somewhat realistic. If a woman is mature, she will wait for the beta provider. Like, she will likely disengage with the alpha, Ryan Gosling in this case, because like the second scene in the movie is him hitting on Emma Stone, and these women who are matured now, they will. It's hard to. It really depends because someone will just sneak off, fuck the alpha, and then keep the beta on the back burner and use him after the fact. But in this case, she was like, "Oh, you're not gonna marry me?" She's like, "Fuck all y'all," and then runs to the bar and where she knows the alpha is, Ryan Gosling, and then she's like, just goes up to him and grabs his face and kisses him, and that's obviously not that realistic. You get like women don't have that chutzpah, but you know. It is true that she really wanted the alpha and was just because she's more mature. She was waiting for the beta to lock her down. Uh, so there's some realism in that plot line. I don't know that I'm so convinced with that that's a real archetype, but it's somewhat realistic because she truly did want to. And her friend was the whole time was like, "Why don't you come to the bar? He's here. Like he wants you." She's like, "I got work to do." And that I don't know how realistic that is. Most women would drop whatever and go fuck the alpha. Um, but nonetheless, she does it, and towards the end, and then supposedly Ryan Gosling this perfect jet. They don't say what job he has in the movie. I don't recall. And he has this nice house, 6 pack, like good look, like all the whole shebang, right? And he gets enchanted by this. There's a scene where this is kind of like the one of the more famous scenes in the movie. He takes off his shirt and she's like, "Oh my god!" Like she's a total like theater kid, like quirky, kind of awkward. It's supposed to be the girl next door charming thing. I don't know how charming that is to the alpha. I mean, a real alpha, I don't, you know, I like a fat ass and tit. I don't care about personality as much, so that's not, I don't know how realistic that is. And then one of the big things I remember about this movie is, you know, in the middle end plot, towards the end of the middle of the plot, Steve Carell's eating dinner with his ex-wife, and he says, basically, I'm still a beta, and I'm sorry. What did he say? He said, I got bored. I got comfortable or something. I got complacent. He was basically saying he's not providing experiences anymore, or he wasn't, which is natural enough in any marriage if it goes beyond a few years, right? But you don't. He's apologizing because she cheated. Like, what kind of premise is that? This movie has a lot of red pill tropes, but that just puts the cherry on top of the blue pill sundae. Like, how are you gonna tell men, "Oh, my wife fucked her coworker. I'm gonna, I'm gonna apologize." How does that work? Explain that one to me. I don't. Am I too red pill or something? Because that one doesn't. If you're my wife, you're my girlfriend, you cheat on me, you're dead to me. It's over. That's the confines of this dynamic. That is the red line. You cross it, it's over. The contract is null and void. There's no, "Well, I was bored." If you were gonna get bored, then break up first, then go fuck. Or don't get in a relationship, period. People don't seem to understand. If you're gonna cheat, you're in a scarcity mindset because you're like, "I wanna lock down this in house pussy, right? Or this consistent dick, and then also fuck something else. So I'm gonna lie and be a piece of shit and not tell." Well, I don't know. I'm taking the ethical, moral high ground, but it's more about I'm not gonna duck and dodge I'm gonna do what I do, and I'm gonna let everybody know. And whoever wants to walk away walks away. But this notion of, well, I'm gonna get over on this girlfriend, wife, and then deal with this on the side. It's a scarcity mindset, and it's also not what someone of principle does. So I didn't like that of the movie at all. And I did like the movie, but that part of the plot just didn't make any sense. Oh, you fucked your coworker. I'm gonna apologize. I got boring. Well, how about you don't be a whore? And if you do want to be a whore, then we get divorced first. So that was annoying in the movie and had me laughing because I'm like, wow, he's still. Supposedly he does the self improvement, and women are throwing choosing signals. And actually, before I end the video, this goes to another theme. He has women in this supposed self improvement. Women are coming and he's fucking them, and he's still like, oh, I still miss her. Bullshit. You'd be on the next. You wouldn't even be thinking of that bitch. Like, how realistic? That's not realistic at all. So I didn't like that about Steve Carell's character, and the writers really didn't make sense. They had to like throw in blue pills to not make it too red pill, because when Ryan Gosling's doing his thing in the bar, it's so red pill and it's so real. They have to throw in the blue pills so they don't make it too alienating for the common Hollywood viewer at the time, 2011 or whatever. And then towards the end gets really bad. His so there's other characters that are in the plot. Their babysitter of Steve Carell and his ex-wife is this one like good-looking teenage girl, um, and she's supposedly in love with this. She like tells him early on in the movie like, "You're so nice," and she's like looking at him with hard eyes. And this girl in her prime, 17, 18, whatever, she's like, I'm in love with this. He's so nice. I'm in love with this. My what would you call it? Babysitting parents, dad. Like, that's, I don't know how realistic that is. There's that trope of babysitters fucking the dad, um, but it's more like a sugar baby type of thing. But yeah, and then the son's like also a beta in the movie. He pines for the girl and he says, "Mary, I love you and I'm in love with you," blah, blah. And she's like, "Oh, this little kid is so annoying." And that part's blue pill. And at the end, there's this whole he does the graduation speech and he's so like cringe. He's like, "I'm still in love with you and I still believe in love and my dad got cheated on and I'm pining for this girl who don't even care about me." Like, so I thought that was kind of gay at the end, but yeah, I might do another because there's a lot to this movie. It's pretty long. I might do another review on this, so it'll be the part two. But this was part one, and I hope you enjoyed my little rant on this funny movie. Yeah, go watch it if you haven't. It's on Netflix. As of this video, I think they're taking it off soon. I don't know, but yeah.